In order for us to move on, I'm going to talk to you about something called Slack. Anyone in this room right now has any idea what Slack is? Shut up, you're wrong. Okay, so Slack is an application, it's a program, it's a software. And if we're going to be a community, in the beginning when I defined DohaCreatives, I said that we were a community. If we're going to be a community, then it's going to be important for us to communicate with each other in a nice and efficient way. Now, social media is one way to do that, and a lot of you guys use social media. In fact, you have done a phenomenal job at getting in touch with us, giving us your opinion, giving us your feedback, telling us what you liked, what you didn't like, what you want us to change, all the improvements that we could put onto these gatherings, and all our future collaborative projects and ideas for the Creatives. But social media is not enough. It's not intimate enough. We're talking about a more direct link. Now, a lot of you have actually suggested a WhatsApp group, and just a general question, actually this just came to me. How many of you have a work WhatsApp group? Yeah, just about everybody, right? For your little department. How many WhatsApp group are you in general? 5? 10? Okay, like million? Okay. All right, so WhatsApp group works. The concept is in the right direction. We want a way where we can communicate with each other directly, talk about different projects, talk about our ideas, get inspired. So we found, actually, Yassine Hassanin, a shout out to him, he's a very active member in the DohaCreatives community. He's the one who suggested this, and it's the perfect solution. Slack, as my partner in crime here, Samir, is going to show you, we're going to pull it up live and show you exactly what this app does. So everybody say hi, Samir. Samir, don't be rude, say hi. Okay, this is Slack, this is what it looks like, and it's awesome. We've been using it for the last week, and it's almost killed our WhatsApp group. Nobody's using the WhatsApp group anymore. On the left side here, you see that DohaCreatives is on top. That's the name of the team that you join. So when you sign up to Slack, you join a specific team, and you have to be invited for it. We're gonna have application forms later on, posted on social media for you guys to go on, apply so that you can be part of our Slack community platform. And then you have all these channels. We've built 19 channels that can be forums for topics that we thought might interest you guys. For example, there's one called Third Gathering. We're planning ahead, as you can see. This one, you see a little lock next to it, that's a private one. So only the crew members are on it, and like we're discussing all the things that we need to do for our next gathering. Then there's architecture, art, calligraphy, casual outings, which is something that we want to do. Not a gathering like this, just a bunch of us say, hey, let's go do a barbecue somewhere, because we want to get to know each other. Collaborative projects, like the ones we talked about earlier. We talked about the calendar idea. So when everybody can go in there and say, hey, this is what I'm working on. I'm calling dibs on this day. I have an idea for another collaborating project, so on and so forth. Communication and PR, that's a creative field. Competitions, we want to run competitions amongst all our creative members. Design, entrepreneurship, filmmaking, geeks, my personal favorite. Also, general. General is the one where we can just talk about anything we want. As you can see, people are already posting pictures. Salman and I just did one right now, and we posted it from my phone. As you can see, this was taken, don't do that, come on. He's trying to embarrass me. Salman, scroll down. Okay. And somebody, Yassine over there, where is Yassine? Yassine, show yourself. Well, he just took the picture and posted it, but he seems to be in some other event. But you can see he's onto Slack, because it was his idea. So thank you, Yassine. Simon, type that to him, please. Yep. Actually, what we should do is, later on, we'll take a video of everybody saying thank you, Yassine, and then we'll post that to General, and he'll see it. So we'll do that later on. Okay, bro, seriously, this could go very wrong. Just skip, next. Okay, so motion graphics, opportunities. You see one here called opportunities. This is, for those of you, if you work in the creative field, you know, oh, I've got a gig coming up and we need a couple of designers, or we need a copywriter, or hey, we're working on this project, but we need a web designer to help us do the whatever. Opportunities is the channel where you can post about that. Say, hey guys, creative community, we're looking for someone who can do so and so. It will be a quick and efficient and a clean way for you to communicate with everybody else in this room and all the others who couldn't be here with us today from the first gathering. And inshallah, as our community grows, more and more people will be able to join this. Now, something cool about, and of course, photography, social media, these are the last two categories. Now, this is not set in stone. Somebody can come to me and say, hey, can we please add poetry? Or could we please add whatever? We'll add it. If you have another creative field that we didn't think of, as I'm sure you do, that will also be added. Now, because we're controlling this, there will be admins to each and every one of these forms. And there are certain terms and conditions that we're going to talk about in order to keep our community nice, clean, neat, and everybody is playing nice. If Simon can scroll down to the direct messages, you can also see that you can directly get in touch with other people in the community. There are notifications, so you can tell me, okay, well, this is cool, but I don't need another WhatsApp group where I leave it for an hour, come back later, there's 200 messages, and I have no idea what they're talking about. You have these notification settings on top, where you go into, you say, okay, I'm interested in motion graphics and social media, and these are really the only ones that I care about. Then you'll just turn these on, everything else off, and that's what you pay attention to. Also, you can just remove yourself completely from the channels that you don't care about. We have all 19 on display because, well, to show you guys also we're interested in all of them. But for you, there is a button up there next to channels where you just see that little plus sign. You click on it and like you put yourself in the ones you want and you leave the ones that you don't care about. Now, if we can go back to the presentation, Sabbath, so I can tell them about our terms and conditions. These we came up with, they're preliminary, we might add more stuff, and they're pretty self-explanatory. Abusive language in communication with other creatives will not be tolerated. It's nice to be nice, okay? Don't be rude. Do not post any vacancies on any channel other than the one that says opportunities. Try to keep it perfectly compartmentalized in its little boxes, so everything, so people it doesn't turn into another WhatsApp group, basically. Please exercise caution and do not spam other creatives when sending direct messages. You can join or leave any of the public channels at your convenience. There are no rules regulating that. Plagiarism, please do not use someone else's work and attribute it to yourself. Adult content, please do not share any content that contains sexual innuendos. Violence, same thing. And very important, religious and racial content that can offend any religion or race will not be tolerated. Don't make it political. We're all here to have fun, share our talent, share our skills, and try to make beautiful, positive things. Now, this can literally be downloaded and operated on anything. Unless you're using a Nokia 3310, there's no chance you're holding a device that can't utilize this app. It's on Mac, Windows, Linux, iOS, Android, and even Windows. I guess it does work on Nokias. All right, so whatever it is that you're using, you'll be able to download Slack on it. I suggest you all download it ASAP so that you can then apply for it, and hopefully by tomorrow morning, you'll have gotten your invitations, and we can all have a nice chat on any of these channels. I want to see it busy and full. So far, it only has 16 members, which is us, more like the crew, but we could not wait for all of you guys to join it and take part in it as well. Yassine Hassanein, the person we just talked about and whose picture you saw, is going to give a Slack workshop. This is going to be our upcoming workshop. We are hijacking your entire weekend for August. So you're with it this Saturday, and Saturday the 13th and 20th, so next Saturday and the Saturday after that, are going to be the workshops, if you want to be part of them. Again, limited capacity. We can't have this many people. So if you want to get in on that, apply as quickly as possible. And basically, he's going to explain the difference between Slack and WhatsApp, efficiency of Slack among our teams, direct group and channel messaging, amongst a bunch of other stuff that you guys can just, I'm not going to read all of them. But the point is, this isn't just Slack as far as DohaCreatives go. This is Slack for you. Maybe you're a college student and you're working on a team project. How do you use Slack for that? Maybe you're an entrepreneur and you're trying to find an efficient way to communicate with your team at all times, to share files and presentations, to talk about certain things in different channels. Again, this is also for you. So he's not gonna, the workshop isn't gonna be how to use Slack for DohaCreatives. This is just how to utilize this app to benefit you and your business in your creative field. So a big thank you to Yassine Hassan. Even though he's not with us today, give him a round of applause. And just like any of our other workshops or speakers, he's donating his time to do this, to share with everybody. It's going to be at Java U, or, well, I don't know how fancy you are, or Java U at Al-Wab, I don't know how to say it, Saturday 13th and 20th of August.